Okay, one more. I gotta start working. This one is a tough one. Growing up, we lived on a second-story house, and on the first floor, a family lived there, and they became our family to this day. I call them aunts and uncles, sisters and brothers to my mom. Their mama was my grandma, so I had 3 families. One of my uncles started to study and became a witness. And when I was in high school and I was the only one attending at that point, he was a ministerial servant, if I'm not mistaken. And we lived maybe 5 miles apart, and he would pick me up and take me to the meeting. Or I would walk to the meeting and he would bring me back, because by the time the meeting was done, it would be dark. And he was single then. He was probably in his mid-20s, and I was in my maybe I was 16, 17. Anyway, the elders approached him and told him that he could not take me to the meetings anymore because it was inappropriate. This man, I've known him since I was a baby. He never ever looked at me in any way that made me feel uncomfortable. To this day, he loves me like I was still 4 years old. Makes me feel like I'm 4 years old every time I see him. The kindest, soft-spoken. And they came to my house and told me the same thing, that he could no longer take me to the meetings because he wasn't my family, even though I felt he was, because he was a man. It was inappropriate. He was so devastated that he stopped going to the meetings. He returned eventually, and I believe he's an elder now. But I never got over it. And I don't think he did either. I don't think he has. I think he's just moved forward. But if there was innocence and he was doing something kind for me, and they tainted it, maybe it never crossed his mind, but now they put it in there. They put that nasty thought in his mind and in mine, because I've never looked at him any other way but my uncle. This is just one of the things that I mean, it's just control. It's terrible.